Welcome back, and thank you for joining Bite Size DJ as we discuss white supremacy and how its characteristics appear in the classroom. Today, I was studying in the library when my friend burst through the door. I'm doing terrible in CS 201. I want my work to be perfect, but for some reason, I keep making mistake after mistake, losing points on the assignments, and I don't have enough time to do it all. I know we were supposed to get together this weekend, but I won't be able to. This work is all that I can think about. I'm feeling so stressed right now, and I feel like if I don't do well, that just means I'm not smart enough to be in this class or in computer science in general. I know she's not alone in how she's feeling. What my friend is feeling are the effects of perfectionism and a sense of urgency, and they are just two of the characteristics of white supremacy culture. White supremacy culture is powerful, precisely because its characteristics are simultaneously very present and hard to name, identify, or pinpoint the root cause. We recognize how ingrained such characteristics are in society and hope by identifying and defining them, we can work to fight against them. So let's break this down a bit to understand it better. Perfectionism can be internal, where mistakes are personal and doing wrong is being wrong. As we can see from the example with my friend, she is driven by the fear that if she messes up, it somehow equates to her being an inadequate student and not having the right to be in the class or in the CS major. Perfectionism can also be external, where there is a lack of appreciation for others' work and commentary on their inadequacy. A sense of urgency is a continuous state of pressure, which can make it difficult to slow down for important things like inclusivity, democratic process, extra consideration, or thoughtfulness. A sense of urgency often leads to the demands of too much work in too little time. My friend feels the need to cancel any fun weekend plans because her work is demanding too much from her, and she's finding it hard to slow down. But these don't have to characterize our computing departments. There are several ways to combat perfectionism and sense of urgency. Let's start with perfectionism. Tackling perfectionism means creating a culture of appreciation and recognition, where criticism is balanced with pointing out positive aspects so that everyone is encouraged to learn through their mistakes for growth. It means facilitating a community of support that recognizes that perfection is not the goal, and separating a person from their mistakes. Here are some suggestions for counteracting perfectionism in your classroom. Emphasize learning over performance. Make it clear that mistakes are part of the learning process and getting things perfect is not the goal. Praise effort and growth rather than flawless outcomes. Allow revisions and resubmissions of assignments. Don't penalize students for initial mistakes or imperfect work. Give them opportunities to incorporate feedback and improve. Focus on grading that includes a variety of ways to demonstrate learning, such as specifications grading, pass-fail, and other alternatives to traditional percentage points. Offer flexible deadlines. Give students reasonable flexibility on assignment deadlines to reduce anxiety about turning things in perfectly on time. In general, the key to avoiding a culture of perfectionism is creating an environment focused on learning and growth. Now let's think about a sense of urgency. Avoiding situations where there's a sense of urgency involves realistic, well-timed, and often flexible work plans. This shows up in your classroom as scaffolding larger assignments by breaking bigger projects down into manageable steps spread out over time and checking in with students at each step. Building in flex days to allow students to absorb the materials rather than rushing on to the next topic. Balancing out lectures with discussions and group work. Too much lecturing can feel rushed, while activities provide the time needed for processing. Checking student energy levels and adjusting if you feel things are moving too fast. The goal is to create an environment focused on meaningful learning rather than rapid completion. By implementing changes like these, teachers and professors can transform the atmosphere of the class and implement long-term solutions that will benefit students like my friend.